some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Burgess Snowfield at Amherst Stadium, home to the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Kennesaw State Owls, squaring off with another team from Conference USA, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Kennesaw State's offense will have the first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking to pass. It's Odom. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking for room. It's Bennett. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to pass. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the first drive, man, both teams, they want to set the tone for the football game. The offense drove the ball down the field with some good success, but where it matters most, when you start to get in this area, the defense finds a way on second down to get the big sack. Big third down coming on this first drive.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Jacksonville State's offense will go to work for the first time. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Throwing right. Complete downfield. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
First down for the offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Kennesaw State on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Looking to throw, it's Wimsatt. Pulls it in, it's Petway. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. That's caught. It's Johnson. Off to the races to the right. Inside the touchdown, Jacksonville State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Makes the grab on the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Odom. He unleashes a long one. Makes the catch on the left. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. From the gun, give on the inside. Still running at the 40. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And the Gamecocks just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Baldwin. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Trying play action. Looking down the middle. Touchdown Gamecocks! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll do it himself. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Jacksonville for an entertaining first half than you? And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, Let's head back to the guys at JSU Stadium.
Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a man. It's Wimsatt. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. It's a draw. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Bennett. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Back to pass. It's Odom. Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Fires complete on the crosser. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to barge their way in. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Jacksonville State.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner is stopped. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need this stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, they're done. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Spins away from the defense. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls!
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. Running into the open. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. To throw, it's Odom. Release to the back. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open.
Yeah, and you wonder if that was the right read by the quarterback on that RPO. Maybe he should have just handed that off because there was nobody open downfield to throw to.
After that last incompletion, man, do they need to connect and keep this drive alive and keep that clock On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's Wallace. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Caught over the middle, it's Johnson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Scanning the field, it's Wimsatt. Punts it out of the air and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Look, it's a nice gain, but I don't know if it's worth the seconds they're losing on the game clock. In this type of situation, you got to be throwing at least to the first down markers, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines to get out of bounds.
The Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And I love the location of that throw. 4th down on the slant. He puts it out in front of his target so that when he catches it, he can advance and get north to pick up more yards.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Wimsatt. Got a man, it's Johnson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. got some room to run. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation.